Hey students and friends of 88 Tuition. Hello. I'm starting a series of questions called Passing Sure Looks Easy. Alright, this question may look very familiar to some of you. The only difference is I'm explaining them. So let's take a look. So what do you have? In 2009, Sunny bought some candies, gave half of them to Tiffany. Tiffany bought some muffins, gave half of them to Sunny. Why can't they just buy their own muffins and candies? They don't have to do this question right. I know, right? Sunny ate 12 of the muffins and Tiffany ate 18 of the candies. What happens after that? The ratio of Sunny's muffin to candies is 1:7. And the ratio of Tiffany's muffin to candies becomes 1:4. The big question. How many candies did Sunny buy? Alright, can you see that? Wow, the paragraph, so many words, so scary. So what do? Usually I'll try to summarize it as a diagram, as a story form. Alright, something easy to me. So in the way of summarizing, I better understand the question. So what happened? At the start, Sunny got candies. How many? I don't know. If I know, I would have written the answer here, right? Yeah, lor. Tiffany got muffins. Then what happened? Kacha, kacha. Half of the candies given to Tiffany. Half of the muffin come over to Sunny. Then what happened? They spend their time eating lah. Sunny ate 12 of the muffins and Tiffany ate 18 of the candies. Is that okay? Then what happened? At the end of the day, Sunny's muffin to candies is 1:7 and Tiffany's muffin to candies is 1:4. Got it? Excellent. Alright, so I'll be attempting this question with two different approaches. Number one is something called drawing of model, and number two is something called units and parts. So let's go right now. Alright, here is the drawing model approach. Let's take a look. So Sunny, we know she has candies in the beginning, right? So she got this amount of candies in the beginning. Purposely, I cut into half. Why? Because half of this portion right later will be given to Tiffany. And Tiffany, she only buys muffin, right? And a portion, half of it actually, will be given to Sunny. Can? And who say that drawing model must always be rectangular blocks? Don't have to. You can draw them in circle, be a little bit more creative. The reason for drawing model is what? Ultimately is for you to better understand the question, and from looking at the diagrams, the shapes of the models and all this, you'll be able to figure out a way to do the question. Alright, so draw circles, draw triangle if you want. Can? So what happened after they do their exchange? This will happen. Can you see? So Sunny will still remain half of her candies and she'll receive half of the muffins from Tiffany, right? And the total, can you see? The same, because they just do an exchange, what? Right? Then the story goes, what did the story say? The story says that Sunny went to eat what? 12 of the muffins. So this portion of the muffin, right? 12 of it eaten. And Tiffany went to eat what? 18 of the candies. So this portion, part of it is being eaten. So I draw something like that. Can you see? So this portion, right, this white greenish area is called 12. 12 has been eaten. And this white greenish area is called 18. 18 has been eaten. This heart shape lah. Can? And what happened? Oh, Sunny ate 12 of the muffins. And the ratio of muffins to candy is what? 1:7. This 1, right, it represents this yellow portion. Alright? And this 7 is down here. Can we call this Pokeball? Looks like a Pokeball, right? You know it's Pokeball? I think so. Anyway, so Tiffany, right, after eating the 18 candies, what happened? The ratio of muffins to candy is 1:4. So this portion, right, the leftover here, must have 4 units. Can you see? 1:4. So what happens here? You take a look. Is this Pokeball and this one the same? Right? Is this Pokeball and this circular unit the same? They are 1 and 1, what? So 1 and 1 means they are the same, what? Really? Alright, this one circular unit, right? And this one, they are completely different. How come? Because down here, got one circular unit, you have to less out the 12 eaten by who? Eaten by Sunny. But how come the ratio is 1:1 down here? Alright, this simply shows that the ratio, right, they are not at the same level. One is here, one is here. Alright, so they are not at the same level. So you cannot just compare them. What? 7 units equal to 4 units plus 18. Cannot. No such thing. Alright, they are not at the same level. So you cannot compare them. So what must you do? You must try to bring both of them to the same level so that you are able to compare them. So how? Slowly. So down here you have to look for a linkage between these two models, Sunny's and Tiffany's model. Can? So you look at the muffins portion, can? So this is one complete muffin unit. This is like one Pokeball. Looks like Pokeball. Okay, can. So this one Pokeball, right, is actually one entire unit here. Less out your 12. Can you see not? Alright, this is one circular unit. This one is also one circular unit, but must minus away the 12. Alright, so now we have something called Pokeball and the full muffin units. Can? Alright, so one full circular unit, right? One full muffin unit is 1 unit. And this Pokeball, what must you do? You must less out the 12. So it's 1 unit minus 12. Is this okay? Alright, this is the linkage. Then after that, what must you see? There's this ratio down here, 4:1 and 7:1. Oh, what is it? Alright, just to see Tiffany's portion first. Alright, the 4:1 means what? Down here, the remaining portion, right, got what? Got 4 of this one. Because this is considered 1, right? This is considered 1. So inside Tiffany's remainder, right, down here, actually got 4 of this. That's the reason why there is a ratio of 4:1. Can you see not? That means Sunny, right, down here, 7:1. Means what? It means that inside here, Sunny, this portion got 7 what? 7 Pokeballs. Very good. Can you see that or not? So these are the two things you have to take note. Number 1 is the linkage. Alright? Number 2 thing is what does the ratio in that particular person, what does it mean? Can? So now, if you return everything back to Sunny, alright, so let's say that this portion, right, this portion of Sunny is what she actually she have, alright, and this portion is actually given to Tiffany. Now she take back from Tiffany, what happened? Remember the 4 circles down here, alright, that I drew just now, alright, these 4 units. Okay, so this entire thing, you must return back to Sunny. Alright, you will have something like this. Okay, the 4 circular unit and the heart shape of 18 return back from Tiffany back to Sunny. Okay, and this portion I did say, right, alright, 7 what? Is 7 Pokeballs. 7 Pokeballs inside. Okay, and look at the linkage. Remember the linkage? 1 full muffin unit, alright, and this is 1 Pokeball. This is called 1 unit. The Pokeball is minus away the 12 that's eaten by Sunny, so we write it as 1 unit minus 12. Do you see something? This portion here, right, how many Pokeball do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 Pokeballs, you know. So what do? We know that 1 Pokeball is 1 unit minus 12. 7 Pokeballs means got 7 of this. Alright, if you got 7 of this, isn't it down here you have to times 7, right? Alright, times 7, times 7. Alright, got 7 of this Pokeball. So 1 unit times 7 is 7 units lah. Can? 12 times 7 is actually 84. Alright, so 1 of this is 1 unit minus 12. If you got 7 of it, 7 units minus 84. So this portion here, right, can be represented as what? This portion here can be represented as 7 units minus 84. This portion here, this is considered 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit, 4 unit. It's actually 4 units plus 18, right? What's so important? Here comes the ultimate clue. Can you see that this portion here and this portion here, they are of the same what? Same size. Alright, they are of the same size. So this portion here and this portion here, they are of the same size. So if they are the same size means what? They are equal. Yes, that's the reason why this is important, right? The connection. So here got 7 Pokeballs is what? 7 units minus 84. And down here can be written as 4 unit plus the 18. Alright, so down here you can actually write it as 4 units plus 18, right? And we concluded that these two, they are the same. Same means what? Same means equal. Alright, so you can have an equal down here. Okay, you can say that the 7 Pokeballs down there represents the 7 units plus what? 7 units minus 84 is actually equal to your 4 units plus 18. Can you see that? Okay, so what do? Your ultimate game is to find out the units. So in this case, you bring all the units to one side. 7 units down here got 4 units. So what must you do? Yes, you must take your 7 units minus away your 4 units. Alright, if you attended my lesson, I call this here and there. Yes. And 18 is already here. Minus 84, if you transfer across, is a plus 84. 7 units minus 4 units will give you a 3 units. Your ultimate aim is always to look for the 1 unit. 18 plus 84 is actually 102. And your ultimate aim, as I say, is to look for the 1 unit is equal to, you take 102, divide by 3, and your answer will be 34. Alright, and this type of questions, right, remember, your units, do spell them out, don't just write U. Alright, in terms of presentation, you must spell out your units. Down here, usually sometimes, right, if you see me put at the side, right, those I put as U, yes, those are for simple presentation. But when you present as your answer, please remember, alright, do spell out your units. And using the equal sign is okay. Alright, so those arrow, remember, arrow you have to use it in percentage and also in your rate. But for units like that, okay, you can use your equal sign. So what's next? This is the proper, nicer presentation. Once you find the 1 unit is 34, 1 unit means what? 1 unit is the 1 circular unit, you remember? Alright, which is this one here. Alright, down here. So that 1 circular unit, right? 1 circular unit is equal to 34. Alright, what's the question looking for? Sunny's total, Sunny's beginning, right? The amount of candy she bought, right? So can we look for one of these first? If this is 34, this one will be 34, 34, 34, and this is 18. Can you see now? So what is one of this? So you can simply just take 34 times what? 34 times 4 plus 18. Alright. So you can actually press your calculator. 34 times 4 plus 18. That will be 154. 154 will be one of this. Can you see? But in the beginning, Sunny got 2 of it, right? So you have to write one more step in. 154 times 2 to give you a 308 candies. And that is the total number of candies Sunny have in the beginning. That's all. Can you see now? So you must be very clear. What does the unit represent? Alright, is it a Pokeball or is it a unit? So you have to be clear. And always look out for the linkage between them. Can? This is called the units model diagrams approach. Next, we're going to do something called the units and parts. You see whether are they similar or not. Can? So down here, the units and parts approach. Same thing, you know the story. Alright, Sunny, Tiffany. Sunny got 1 rectangular block, got 1 circular block. Down here, minus 12. Tiffany got 1 rectangular block. Down here, minus 18, got 1 circular unit. Is that okay? So now, what do? We know that they are off at different levels, right? So how? You cannot say that they are at the same level. So just compare, cannot. So how? So in this case, right, we have to bring out something called the units and the parts. So for Sunny, this portion, right, the 1:7, remember the ratio? We call it the units portion. For Tiffany, the ratio portion of 1:4, we call it the parts portion. Alright, so once again, in terms of the diagram drawing, I put as U, U, P, P. P as for parts, U as for units. But later, in terms of presentation, right, I have to spell out the word units and parts. Can? Alright, so at this moment, you have to look for the connection. So you look at this portion first. What do you see? One entire part here can be represented as what? Oh, 1 unit and 12. Can you see that or not? In order to make one part, alright, or one of this circle, right, this one whole circle is called one part. In order to make one whole part, right, what happened? You need to take the 1 unit. Remember the 1 unit is this yellow portion? Must add back the 12. So you have your first information, which is one part. Right, one part, right, can be represented as what? Can be represented as 1 unit plus the 12. Can you see now? So the 1 unit is this yellow portion. If you plus the 12, right, that Sunny add, what happened? It gives you back to the 1 part. Alright, so 1 part is equal to 1 unit plus 12. That's the link. Down here, you compare up and down. What do you see? Can you see this easier, right? You see that 4 part plus 18 must give you the 7 unit. Because down here and down here is the same size, what? The rectangular block and this rectangular block is the same size. So 4 parts plus 18 must give you the 7 units. So the second thing will be 4 parts. Alright, plus what? plus the 18 that Tiffany add, the candies, all right, that will give you a 7 units. So these are the two very important statements you have to come up with yourself. Many students are having problem coming up with these two statements. All right. So best thing is to draw nicely and you try to what? You compare the muffin with the muffin and the what? Candies with the candies. Is that okay? If that's okay, I think most of you know how to progress from here already. All right. So what happened next is down here, one part. Hey, down here got 4 parts. How? How to compare? Cannot, right? So you must try to make this one part into 4 parts. So one part, what must you do? This whole thing you must times 4 to give you a 4 parts. So if this one times 4 means what? 1 part times 4 is 4 parts. Okay, which is equal to 1 unit times 4 is 4 unit. 12 times 4 is 48. So everybody must times 4. Is that okay? Then now, 4 parts represents 4 unit plus 48. All right. 4 parts represent 4 unit plus 48. This particular statement writes that 4 parts plus 18 is equal to 7 units. So these 4 parts, can I represent these 4 parts as 4 units plus 48? Yes, because they are the same thing, right? 4 parts is represented as this. 4 parts can be rewritten. Okay, can be rewritten as what? 4 units plus 48. All right. Then you have your plus 18 here is equal to 7 units. Can you see the color coding? All right. So the plus 18, I copy it down. These 4 parts, I represent it as a 4 units plus 48. All right. So what do you see? Here got 7 units, here got 4 units. So who is heavier? 7 is heavier, 4 units go over there. When 4 units go over there, what will happen to? Down here, you must know that it is actually a hidden plus here. So plus 4, if you bring across the equal sign, it will give you a minus sign. So your 7 units is already here. Don't go and disturb your 7 units. Minus away your 4 units who is coming across. Okay. And here, what are you left with? 48 plus 18, press your calculator. All right. 48 plus 18 will give you a 66. So this portion will be a 66. What is 7 units minus 4 units? 7 units minus 4 units will give you a 3 units is equal to 66. Always look for what? Always look for 1 unit. Okay, so how do you find 1 unit? You need to take 66 divided by 3 to give you a what? To give you a 22 equal to 1 unit. Can? So what's the question? What is this 1 unit? That's why down here is important. The 1 unit down here represents a 22. That means down here, all right, the pokeball, right, is a 22. All right, the 1 unit is actually this portion here only. All right, this one represents a 22. Down here, Sunny, this portion is what? It's a 7 unit. Right, if it is a 7 unit here, that means this one is another 7 unit. Oh, that means Sunny down here got 7 plus 7, right? Total got how many units? 7 unit plus 7 unit. So total is 14 units. Is that true? So we know that 1 unit is 22. So we are looking for Sunny at the beginning, right? Sunny at the beginning, you have to find what? 14 units. So how do you find 14 units? 14 units is simply 14 times 22. Is it the same answer? 14 times 22, answer will be 308. 308 what? Candies. Is it the same answer as just now? Yes, it is. All right, so this is called the units and parts approach. Okay? Yeah. So at the moment, you can lock in your answers as 308. Is that okay? All right, so I show you 2 different methods. One is called the drawing of model approach, and the other one is called the units and parts. You have to decide which one is easier for you. Actually, both, if you keep practicing, right, many of the questions you can do one. All right, compare them properly. Draw your diagram neatly. All right, diagrams don't have to be in rectangular shape all the time one. Cool? All right, and Yummies not Yummies anymore? What do you think? Still Yummies lah, huh? So still continue eat your muffins and candies. Don't be afraid. All right. All right. So down here you see a little email. All right. This is my personal email. You can actually write to me. All right. Or maybe you got some very difficult questions that you don't know how to solve. Email me. Alright, then maybe if a lot of students asking that particular kind of question, I will come up with a video and put it into this series. Alright, the Passing Sure Looks Easy series. Can? Alright, and that's it all for this question, and I'll see you in the next question.